Miami Vice is in full effect here, chest hair and all. Do you guys have a good visual? Yeah. All right. Nobody's in here yet, so I'll just do a little talking and we'll go from there. I'm basically in the middle of building this engine and we're going to try to get it going. Nobody in here yet. Saw D&E Speed Shop posted a video today. Looked pretty good. It makes me want to hang on to my car even longer. I kind of have bad habits of going back and forth thinking about getting rid of that car, the 55 Chevy. You know, it's one of those things. I see a couple people rolling in. I'll come in and check comments in a minute. I'm going to go through and place a lot of these rockers. Got assembly lube on everything. We're rocking and rolling. If anybody has questions, let me know. Kind of see what people are thinking. I've been slacking on content on what's coming out, but the reality is that every day, the last 2 or 3 weeks, y'all just haven't seen it. I have been filming a very long video, and I'm hoping it's going to be my first hour video, which would be really nice. I've never had an hour-long video. It takes a lot of processing on the computer to hold that file. And I ended up buying a terabyte little external storage. There's part of my GoPro camera, fell in the oil, nice. Kind of what we got going on, this little motor, it's my cousin's, he's funding the build. This is his pickup truck. And basically, this is a 5.3. He had a 6-liter, decided not to build it for what many reasons. And now we've got this awesome 5.3 that come out of this truck. It's a 2-door short bed Chevy. This is not an LS channel before I lose half of my subscribers. Just keep that in mind. But essentially, this thing has a Brian Tooley Racing camshaft. It's got valve springs, valves, all that good jazz. You know, push rods, everything to match. It's got a fat torque converter. Camshaft's pretty heavy. We did some new timing on it, some covers. About everything you can change on except for the bottom end is what we're going for. And then we'll kind of make our way around while we're building it. The heads were sent off, they were ported and polished. Had a valve job, a couple other little things. They're going to be really nice and jazzed up. I have got an excessive amount of assembly lube on this. It's kind of making a mess. Dang, this almost turned into an OnlyFans, but my titty was about hanging out. Disgusting. All right, I'm going through, making sure all these are locking down the right way. There's a cup. There's basically a flat shaft, and then you've got the curve for the base. I think everybody knows that that's watching this channel. This is not a how-to. Health of the channel, if anyone's curious, I'll check comments in a minute. I see somebody up there. Health of the channel, it's pretty good. Ever since the pole barn little series, I've made just $100 to $200 a month essentially on the channel, and that's cool. It's awesome. I'm thankful for it. I'm not doing YouTube to make money right now. I'll be very honest. If I was, ooh, gosh, that'd be a failure. But like this month, I think I'm like $80, and that's off of shorts essentially. But that's before taxes too. So the name of that game kind of will play itself and let you know that you're not really making money. But again, I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because I'm out here always wrenching and I'm having a good time. For example, I'm making a little bit of money off of this truck, which is cool and much appreciated. But the shop doesn't really make a lot of money. I used to do a lot of detailing before I hurt my back in the car wreck, and that was fantastic. You know, I made some good money detailing. So I've been hustling this stuff for a long time, but YouTube's just kind of flowing with it. I enjoy making the videos, and maybe I can spread a little positivity throughout the process. It's been cool. I got to meet Jim and Dalton. Dalton asked me a long time ago. I don't think he watches my videos. I don't know, but he asked me a long time ago if I wanted to join in with him and a couple people doing like a little video series out west, and I agreed to it. So hopefully that comes one day. but no big deal. Things change. I'm not hanging on to nothing. I'm available if it happens. Got some possibilities with Jim. I'd love to drive up there and find a cool car that I could drive back. It'd be an awesome video. So just to kind of tell you where I'm at, I'll put that in upside down. Just to tell you kind of where I'm at, I want to pay cash for everything I do. I'm not a big credit card person, to say the least. And it'd be nice to fund my trips before I take them. You're trying to take risk and do something cool, become a next big channel. Sometimes you just got to jump on it and go. But that's kind of a conversation for another day. But I don't know. We'll keep building this. I got a couple projects. The F100 and 55 are doing good. The little bit of money I'll make on this, I would like to put some of that back into the 55, aka new front end and steering. That would be an absolute blessing. So that's kind of my thought process, is if I got enough left to play with after normal bills and stuff, I'm thinking we'll be upgrading the front end on that, and then that car will essentially be ready to drive across the country. I know it's not going to be powerful or quick. It's not going to make its way that good, but I think we could do it. I'm still on the fence of what vehicle to drive to duct tape drags. I have full intentions of going to that. I got to save up a little bit more for some hotels and things. So that's a conversation I got to have with my bank account. But that's my plan. I really want to drive that to, I guess it's Tucson, Arizona. I always want to say Phoenix, but it's Tucson. But I'd love to meet David Freiberger and convince him that that car was only $1,500. Be cool to catch up with Dalton and a couple other people. I'd like to meet the Travis B. I don't know if he's going to be there. So we will see. That's a huge plan. I think it was 1,800 miles almost. I made a post about my route. Pretty sure it's 1,800 miles for me one way. So we're essentially driving across the country. And as of right now, I'll probably be doing it alone. I'd like to have my wife come with me, but we got work and stuff to balance. Maybe she'll get to go. We're talking about it, trying to figure that out. But if I do that, my 5-year-old daughter is going to come with me. That means that I have a lot of work to do to that car, as in seat belts, things of that nature. My wife and my daughter have to have them. We still use a car seat. So yeah, that brings up a lot. I got just a couple months to figure this out. I see a comment. Give me a second. I'll get up there. I got a couple more of these to go. Like I said, I've dropped a boatload of assembly lube on this engine, so we're making good progress here. I don't want nobody to think I'm just slapping these on all willy-nilly with oil. I've had these rockers soaking so these trunnions get nice and saturated. Chevrolet's have terrible rocker trunnion failure. It sounds like something you order at the Texas Steakhouse. I'll take a rocker trunnion failure. This is kind of cool. I've got some old handcuffs. I've been sitting in the oil. Might take those if I go on power tour. Maybe we can handcuff a friend. It'd be funny. That was kind of the thing when I was a cop. If you could handcuff somebody in the car behind their headrest, absolutely hilarious. Just friends goofing off. All right, those are set. I'm going to go through. There's a nice spreadsheet I took a picture of from, I think it's Michigan Motorsports has a nice write-up on these rockers. There's basically a 4 rotation pattern. You can go through and lock them down. 22 foot-pounds, really nice. So that's something I need to do. Tomorrow, Christopher, the owner of this truck, is coming. He took off of work and used a vacation day, and we're going to get this engine installed tomorrow. I'm kind of on the fence of whether we have long tube headers on this, and I'm curious if we need to keep them off for the install. We will see. I also have the transmission right there. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw it in there and hang it at once, but I don't know. That's a conversation to be had tomorrow. We're going to have a long day out here. It's hot, and I just want to make sure we're doing the right thing. Let me double check these and I'll come read your comment. Hold on there, Hot Rod, whoever that was. Double check it. I got my good clothes on. I can't get crazy out here. This one's already feeling like it's locking up. I've cleaned all of these guides, bolt holes, trying to make sure everything's good. All right, those are pretty much good. See if I can answer a comment about a wasted $5 pair of gloves. All right, how do I operate this? Comments. Where are the comments? Hold on, boys and girls. Chat options. Live chat. Hello from me with my wife Sarah and my 99 Rammed named Colonel Mustard. Daryl Mathis. Your comment is fading away. I think it's Mathis. I got a little too much poverty to go to Poverty Tour. Me too, for real. Gunther's Garage. Travis B will be there. He said it's the one event he and his dad didn't require driving all the way across the country. That's right. Gunther's going to be there. Tucson. That was not a successful attempt to make a joke. All right. Christopher's here. Focus now. Focus. Don't mess this up. Let's see. How much does the valve job pay? I don't know. Christopher, if you're there, comment. How much did you pay for all that head work? All right. Back at it. Hey, we're 12 minutes into this already. It reminds me when I was 17. It's kind of depressing. My bad. All right. Chris, I've had your parts soaking all day, dude. They are well lubricated. I went ahead and got this Valley cover on. We razor blade as much red RTV as we could off of this. Don't use red RTV for Christ's sake, in Jesus' name. We got these in, knock sensors. This pattern on these heads, if you've ever done LS heads, what a disaster. You got 3 rows, you torque the first 2 once, and then you turn them 90. You do another 90, and then the final, you do the third row to 22 foot-pounds. I'm going off memory, nobody judge me. And then you do, on that second pass of the middle row, the 9 and 10, I think it is, the 2 outer center bolts, you got to do a 50-degree turn. It's a disaster. But, I mean, it makes sense if you're paying attention, but God forbid it makes you question yourself. That's what we got going on there. I think I will knock these out in the morning or tonight and pay attention on this live. Somebody throw me a comment. Somebody give me a question. Megan's got pizza cooking. I'm ready to eat. And I told myself 20 minutes on here, so we'll see. I think for some reason I have more people show up afterwards than during, but that's okay. It sounds like story of my life there. Let's see. I got to figure, I'm sorry. I do not work for a media company. Live chat is visible. $800 on the heads. Okay. My daughter, her 0412 Solera. Megan tried, her first car was almost a Solera. It was a convertible one, and she really wanted to buy that, but ended up getting a Honda. Did you figure out Inkter issues? I don't know what that is. Injector issues? Is Jim going to help you fix that Ford swapped pickup? Okay, so the transmission, good question. I'm dying here. It's hot. I ain't got both the fans off so y'all can hear me. We're being held over tonight due to storms moving in, so possibly going to be a long night. Oh, crap, Chris. It sucks, man. Just don't text me now because I'm going live. Text me later tonight. I don't know. If you figure something out, shoot me a text. We can always redo tomorrow. Transmission in the truck. Man, you all ready to do another cam job? Exact same engine when you're done with that one? This is just, okay. All right, so the transmission in the F100, real quick. I got to pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you. For those of you who don't know, it's a 64. It was all original. I did a down and dirty 8-inch body drop, full swap chassis, 64,000 miles, Mercury Grand Marquis 2005 in it, and was not running when I got it. It was from Florida, one owner, and other side of Atlanta. Enjoy your videos, being open about your faith. Keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate it, dude. That's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, I believe in God and Jesus. There you go for the world. Everybody, nobody's going to critique me and argue with that, but that's what I believe in. I just dumped oil everywhere. So back to the transmission. I was driving. I was going to donate my time, cut some grass at my family member's house. They needed some assistance, so I go over there occasionally to cut their grass. Well, I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video out of it. And I drove my F100 because I built this custom hitch on the rear, and I just wanted to see how it pulled. And it was running pretty good. It has this random like little smoking issue, which I think is maybe a valve seat, which is super unusual because Crown Vics really don't have valve seats that go bad. So Chevy guys berate me now. I drove it and we started running into issues after the trip there. I went up their driveway. Chris knows what I'm talking about. It's a really steep gravel driveway. It's washed out really bad. It beat the snot out of the truck going up it. And when I was leaving, my overdrive light started flashing. It was giving me a little bit of trouble. And I noticed I was kind of dogged out on my acceleration. And I was like, man, I think I'm in second gear. And I was. So dun, 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 it hung in and it never shifted at a second. So I drove it home. It was like a 20-minute ride with the trailer, all kinds of speeds and different, angles. It wasn't a condition of the road. It was obviously the vehicle. So I tried figuring it out and I couldn't. A couple weeks went by, couldn't really figure out what was going on. So I hit up Jim and I'm like, hey man, you have any issues with this? Because Jim flips a lot of Crown Vics. If you don't know, he has in the past. He has like a, we'll call it a law enforcement firefighter vehicle company where he sells them, buys them, sells them, stuff like that. But either way, we determined that I had a transmission issue. I kept looking and looking and looking. I couldn't find nothing. Fluid was amazing. No fuses, no nothing. And then one day I went out there, me and Jim were talking about having the transmission rebuilt and me sending it up to him because he's coming down in a couple weeks to pick up the 68 Buick LeSabre. And we ended up deciding that it'd be worth sending it to his guy who does a lot of his repair work. And then I took it for a drive that same day after talking to him, and I found the fuse that was blown, but it wasn't blown the first time. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I ended up finding this 15 amp. It was a power control module. That was the fuse label. I went all through the car and I couldn't find where it had grounded out or anything of that nature. And I'm still undetermined on what actually caused the fuse to pop. So I put a new fuse in it. I checked the plugs, everything like that. And she's been driving like a champ. On the flip side, whenever I crank this thing up, it's still, after it runs and warms up, it starts to smoke a little bit of blue. I've had the full exhaust repaired or replaced, and there's no cats now. There was before. New mufflers, and this was the same exact symptoms before. So I'm still trying to figure out why it's doing that, but it's running like a scalded dog. And by the way, this, I had a Chinese company offer me a, sponsor. Let me tell you guys something. I turn down probably 100 every 6 months. For some reason, they want to send, every Chinese company out there wants to send me some garbage. But on the real reality of it, I accepted one of them. It's not paid. They just sent me an OBD2 scanner, and I was like, that'd be great for the F100. So, because I've been using my brother's. But long story short, I scanned it again, and it went through all the live stream data, pretty advanced over what you could see on a scanner. It's not like a $10,000 scanner, but it did pretty good, and I recorded some of it for the upcoming video. I hate putting in content like that. It kind of pushes away the crowd. I don't like taking BS sponsorships, but I did like this product and I'm still using it. So anyways, long story short, transmission is showing proper gear engagement. It's showing great fluid temps. It does the pressures. It's incredible. And everything's perfect. The motor's incredible. All that's coming back great. The only issue that I'm seeing is my evap system is throwing codes because I don't have an evap canister on it, which I'm getting one from a coworker. And I'm trading them some Coca-Colas, believe it or not. But I think we might have legitly an issue with the valve seats after everything, after all the scanning, the driving. Now, Jim's gonna argue that probably, and if you're in the comments here or now, let me know. Jim had said, just drive it. Just drive it. I have drove it. I've put almost 100 miles on it. Maybe I need to put 500 on it and see if I'm getting some rings that are freeing up. That's my next option, and I'll probably end up driving it this week. This is the week before July 4th. So I might go cruising one day this week if I get a little bit of time, and we'll just try to get some more miles on it. But it has left me stranded twice now. It just gets real jumpy and all that. So I don't know. This guy said I wouldn't jump a Mopar. I would jump a Ford all day long. I jumped a Hyundai the other day, Veloster. But that's kind of the situation I'm in. So on other news, a couple people joined in. If you don't know, I'm sitting here working on this LS, getting some things finished. Tomorrow we're putting it in the truck. Back to what we're talking about. Oh, Megan said pizza's done. It's cooling off. Y'all got me for about 3 minutes. So I got some decisions to make on the F100. Part of me wants to just do a small block Ford, swap it in there, and part of me wants to do an LS swap. So I don't know. I don't know what to do yet. There's another part of me that wants to grab a camera, a couple batteries, and just drive that truck to Arizona because I got to recharge the AC, but it has air conditioning. That's incredible. I can drive to Arizona with air conditioning running 70, 80 allegedly. That'd be pretty awesome. And it's body dropped. It looks good. I got brand new tires on it. The 55 Chevy, I don't have brand new tires on it. It's got 20-something-year-old tires on it that are scrubbing like crazy in the back. I ain't got the money to buy new ones right now. So I don't know what to do there. I don't know. You guys comment. Maybe I'll get a couple hundred people watch this later. If you made it this far in, comment what vehicle you would take or what you would like to see. LS, I see that. You can always convert to a carb. I would love to convert that 4.6 to a carburetor. Hands down. 60,000 mile engine with a carburetor. Man, here's the problem. I would probably have to fabricate my own intake on that truck. I'm not putting Fab Shop. This is Piddle's Side Hustle Garage. So I don't know if, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I can do that. I could do it. Will my wallet fund it? I don't know. So who knows? If anybody knows of a 4.6, 2000, it's actually 2005, but like the 99 to 04 4.6 Mustang 2-valve, if you know of a carburetor intake, let me know. Next thing is, I don't know, what do I know? Geez. Does the transmission on that run off of the fuel injection system? I think it does, just like 94. I don't know. I might have to do a swap on that if I did a carburetor. My dream, realistically, is a 5 or 6 speed manual in that truck behind that 4.6. So it just makes sense. It's a good, reliable engine. When I patrolled, I patrolled in one of those for quite a while. And that one tire fire in that patrol car, you could take it anywhere. It'd lock up posi pretty good. It would climb, it'd go anywhere. It'd take a while to speed up, but it would throw down and it would run all day. It never overheat. The AC was cool. On the flip side, when I did a Dodge Charger police car, that was the biggest pile of crap I ever had in my life. That thing had a motor replaced in it. It blew two radiators, water pump, constant overheating, but that was a patrol car. It was an early gen Dodge Charger of the patrol sedans. And it was a turd, but it was fast, man. And I'm telling you, hands down, it was a awesome patrol car. And the radio was better. The radio on the Ford didn't work. But patrol car wise, it was always in the shop. That is a fact. So I know a Crown Vic especially for like the F100 is the best platform. Now, do we swap it out and put a different motor in it, something like that? That'd be cool if I can get there one day. We'll see. It'd be cool if I could start making some money. You know, 95% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so hit the button, please. And if I could get over 10,000, I could start bringing in some money. And then maybe I could put a big block in there, or an LS or a Hemi or something. Yeah, I would love to do that. I also have aspirations to put a LS or Hemi in our two-door Wrangler. That's kind of a dream of mine. I love Jeeps. I've had many of them, so we'll see. All right, let's read some comments. Those early 5.7s are horrible oiling. You are right. If those were idle for hours, you'll wipe out a cam lobe. You are correct. That engine had a cam in it from the county once. Let me scroll back a little bit. It's just a two-door hardtop. Yep, I'll be there. Other side of Atlanta. Tried 200cc Flowtech heads on my 72 C10. They were good for the price. Good to know. It's a great YouTube channel name, blah, blah. Thank you for membership. You're welcome. Hey, Pam and Dennis, we hang out in the same YouTube channels. Gunther, appreciate you. Let's see, my big head's blocking lug nut, guys. Hey, Code Fellowship, if y'all want a discount, go check them out. If you get a chance, check out Northeast Ohio Dukes. You're mentioning Crown Vixen. He uses Crown Vixen, Grand Marquis rebodies them on 69 Chargers. That's pretty cool. I will check that out. Turns them into General Lee's. These guys are talking. If it wasn't fuel injected, you could throw in some Marvel mystery oil down its carb. I almost want to do that, even with the fuel injection, and just choke her down. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good choking and see if she'll come back. Let's see, LS, small block Ford with dual 4-barrel. I'll tell you what, William, if you supply, I will make it happen. That would be awesome. I'd put a small block in that. They're rowdy. Edelbrock has a Victor Jr. for your Ford, for your 4.6. Okay, I'll look into that as well. Intake, I got you. Daryl retracted his message. What were you trying to say, Daryl? You can actually take a Crown Victoria, go to Autometal Direct and get a 69 Charger body. Cool, all right. All right, guys, my pizza's done. We're almost 30 minutes in. Do me a favor, please comment. I don't need comments for money. I'm not at that stage at YouTube. I, quite frankly, don't care. You know, the Lord's going to provide for me. I ain't relying on YouTube. Comment what you would prefer to see on the Duct Tape Drags trip. We're talking 3,600 miles trip. The F100 has got my vote. I know that the 55 Chevy would be sick, but let me explain something real quick. I live within probably 20 minutes of, not David Freiberger, Jesus, Mike Finnegan, and I live pretty close to 12 Volt David Newbern. Between them two, they got the 55s covered. And also you got D&D Speed Shop, all of that stuff. There's a lot of guys out there that have that F100 vote. Cool, thanks. There's a lot of people that have that niche already covered. I'm not saying I can't do it because I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me, and I'd like for you guys to be able to see it. That's kind of my comment on it. I would like to do the F100. It's been a huge project. I've got, I think, 400 or 500 videos on my channel, and a lot of them are the F100, even though they haven't been viewed a lot. It's one of my least viewed playlists. I don't know why. There's a lot going on in that vehicle. I know people have done Crown Vic swaps and all that. 6'5" in a 64 F100 with a Crown Vic dash. That's something I haven't seen been done. I did a lot of work to get that dash just right, and I'm trying to make it right. So, I don't know. Go check them out. Comment. Let me know. I really want to see what people's opinions are. I think the F100 is more realistic because it is up to date. It's, I'm going to use the word safer. It's got new tires. Will we lose the transmission along the way? I don't know, and I don't want to find that out. I want to do this whole trip on cash. I don't want debt. I don't want credit cards. Been there, done that, made some mistakes with that. It's all done and over with. Can we take that truck? It would probably be more fuel efficient. I could probably get 25, 26 miles per gallon out of that truck across the US with the AC running. That would be sick. Oh, I still have to finish the bed floor, and I have a Crown Vic floor in it. I have to make the little side pieces that connect to the cab part of the firewall still. That's going to be difficult. All right, let's read some more comments real quick before I let y'all go. Dang, man, I'm getting a lot of love on F100. Come on now. Williams out. See you, dude. Oh, Daryl says 55 Chevy. Somebody said keep the 55 for Saturday cruises close to home with your ladies, sir. You are 100% correct, Nathan Hall. That sounds very, or Nathaniel Hall. It went away. That's kind of the Dairy Queen rig. So I think that's a good comment. All right, appreciate you guys. God bless. You know, if you got time, drop a comment. I'm gonna ask again. Please subscribe. Spread the news. I don't know. Next year, I would like to be a part of the Bradenton Motorsports little circle track down there with Cletus McFarland, if the channel can ever get off the ground. So I don't know. It might help if some people spread the word. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Appreciate it. Now, how awkward can I make this trying to hang this up? Oh, geez. This is why I don't have an OnlyFans.